Welcome brethren and sistren to Catholic Apologetics, by Francis Obi. Today we will be touching on the topic of Apostolic Succession. Is it true? What scriptural evidence is there for it? Answers will be in this video. Let's start off by establishing what is Apostolic Succession. This is the teaching that popes and bishops inherit their authority directly from the apostles, of which were given religious authority from Christ Jesus himself. So, how can this be true? Well, we know for sure that Peter was the rock that Jesus built his church on, which not even the gates of hell could prevail. He was the first pope, and it clearly supports this is Matthew chapter 16 verse 18, "And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock, I will build my church, and the powers of death shall not prevail against it." We do know that the apostles had also been given authority by Christ himself in some verses. In Acts chapter 1 verses 15 to 26, the first thing Peter does after Jesus is ascended into heaven is to choose Matthias to take over an apostolic ministry which Judas had left behind to go where he belongs. When someone dies, their office cannot simply disappear. Let's say the President of the United States. When a president dies or their term is out, the office cannot just die, it is succeeded by another elected president. An office cannot just disappear like that. Let us look at a statement from Irenaeus, a 2nd century bishop, talking about apostolic succession. "Wherefore we must obey the priests of the church who have succession from the apostles, as we have shown, who, together with succession in the episcopate, have received the mark of truth according to the will of the Father. All others, however, are to be suspected, who separated themselves from the principal succession." So, yes, the authority of the bishops through apostolic succession was acknowledged by the early church. Hebrews chapter 7 verses 23 to 24 also states that the priesthood is something that continues forever. There are many verses like 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 14, 2 Timothy chapter 4 verses 1 to 6, Exodus chapter 18 verses 25 to 26, 1 Corinthians chapter 5 verses 3 to 5. And finally 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 17. These verses refer to apostolic authority and succession and is scriptural evidence for our teaching. To end off the video, I will display a statement from a 3rd century bishop called Firmilian. "Therefore the power of remitting sins was given to the apostles, and to the churches which they, sent by Christ, established, and to the bishops who succeeded to them by vicarious ordination." Thank you, brethren and sistren, for watching Catholic Apologetics by Francis Obi. I hope to see you next time.